What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks, all right? Let's get straight right into it. So you already know, my goodness, man. A great game, up-tempo, a lot of, just bare 3-point buckets, splashy, if you ask me. My goodness, man. Bruh. The Clippers were facing the Knicks. They were facing the Knicks last night, last afternoon. You know what I'm saying? They were facing the Knicks. They're on the road. And, the Knicks have been a decent team so far this season. They've been, top 2, top 3, defensive rating. They've been having the number 1 best offensive, points per game allowed or whatever, that they've been doing. And they've been actually playing great defense this season. And so when you look at it from that perspective, the Clippers, who have been the number 1 3-point shooting team, them and then the Nets have been number 2. They've been shooting it, the Rock, 41% from 3. So this is a test to see, is it really just versus other teams, or is it really potent? And is it really a change? Remember when I told y'all the Ibaka threat, the Ibaka just being out there on the field, right? Or being out there on the court. The Ibaka, just having him as a threat at the 3-point line is something that has unlocked this whole team. I told y'all this before the season started. I told y'all this, from time. And then you're seeing it come to fruition. And basically, the Knicks also have been the number 1 best, 3-point defensive team, right? They allow the least amount of threes in the league and all that type of stuff. So this is a perfect test. So obviously, we're going to see what elite looks like. We're going to see, did they actually show you that this offense is real, or is it a myth? Is it cap, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the context, because I give it that context. Let's go straight right into it, boy. All right, so we got a tie game in the second quarter. Oh my goodness, good steal, boy. But basically, we're going to look at the playmaking. All these issues, it's going to be a teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. What are we doing here? Good pump fake. Quickly with the mid-D. He's got that floater if you know her. What are you talking about, man? Bruh. Man, that's what elite looks like, man. I like his game a lot. What we doing? Oh my goodness. Boom. PG-13. We see your scene. Murder on the scene. Kill Burks. Put him to work. My goodness. I'm good. Let him know, PG. Yes, you good, boy. You got that skill set. They don't want to chill yet. Let him know, boy. Says you can see Lou Will's bringing up the ball, right? So they're talking about playmaker. Look at the sets they're running. Don't even have the ball in his hand like that. It's down screen, obviously, for man. What are we doing? Hand off. They better stand off. My goodness, what we doing? Let's go. Boom. Floater if you know her. Hello, Will, that's how you feel? Buckets, that boy's too skilled. You don't need a playmaker, man. In the gap. All the time in the gap. Look at him. My goodness. Quickly in the gap. Quickly's idol is basically Lou Will. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? And then look, even T-Man. Terrence is bringing it up. As you can see, obviously, look at PG, how Lou Will's in the actual corner. So this whole playmaker stuff is cap. I told you, it's not a need. Well, that's how you feel, Zubat. So they're running, obviously, back screens and sets for the opposite side of the floor. And obviously, he missed it, you know what I'm saying? But they're running sets for the opposite side of the floor. As you can see, that whole thing is capped with, oh my God, playmaker. You got to see how the team personnel plays. Lou Will with the ball here. My goodness. That's how you feel? My goodness, you know the deal. That boy is real. And as you can see now, PG brings it up the floor. As you can see, they're going to the post. Now Morris gets it. There's bare different things they're doing. Morris with the ISO, I might go. Psycho. Good read. They called a foul, obviously. Huh? Gibson. What are we doing here? Oh my. Good shield, Mike. Yo, that boy quickly. I got the mid-D floater though. You know where though. My goodness, that boy, man. Finding a way always. Going to that floater if you know her. What are we doing here? PG with the ball. My good move. Good tip back, Zubat. Show me what you got. And you can see quickly, obviously, man, his idol is obviously Lou. You can see he's trying to find him. You're one of my favorite players. And they dap up. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love that. That's what Elite looks like. The players know who is real always, man. Don't just listen to media. Oh my God, this guy. No, the players' evaluation is what Elite looks like. What are we? And then he tries to hit him with the floater. You know her. I love it, man. At the end of the day, pull up in the gaps, man. It's there. And Morris is like, what kind of bullshit foul is that? Is that it? Then it's pussy. He's like, bro, if that's the call, you, here we go, here we go. He's like, bro, that's the call. That's hella fugazi, man. Come on now. What we doing here? Show me something. See, off screen, back screen right there. What we doing? Not there. Double screen. My goodness. My. Zubat, show me what you got by yourself. But you see the plays that they're, oh my. Good way to draw the foul, boy. Quickly drawing it quick, B. It's like, that's not a foul, man. Pun intended. Bruh. I got that from you. I got that from you. He's trying to let Lou Will know, don't complain. Yeah, I got that from your book. He's like, I got that from your book. Come on now, that's your chapter. What are we doing here? Show me Kawhi back in the game. My goodness. But you see what they're doing is, like I said, you don't need a playmaking point guard. Look, Lou Will comes, hand off, and then they're doing one dribble pull-ups off Kawhi coming off the down screen. Box out that side. Let him know, man. Let him know what we doing here, okay? Inbound, and like I said, it's the offense, man. It's how they run into plays. That's, I'm telling you, don't need a playmaking point guard. Good shield. Quickly, I got the mid D. I mean, it's a floater if you know her. Come on now, let me put the team on my shoulder. That's what he's trying to do. You gotta love it. You see Lou Will, what? See? You don't need playmaking point guard. Look how they play with the screens and dribble drive. Boom, boom. Dribble drive, just willingness to pass. That's all you need from all the players. Not just always try to get my own bucket. That's all you need. Morris said I could score it. See? And an ISO for Kawhi. Show him. I know why. Good pass. What we doing? Good pass, bro. That's gotta go. Boom. My goodness. See the playmaking? It starts from the poison, picking your poison in certain spots, and then from there it leads, and just have the willingness to pass instead of forcing takes. It's all it comes down to. But you get space, and that's what happens when you now get willingness to pass because of the ability. My goodness. Rando said you can't handle. My goodness. What we doing here? Draw the foul. Draw the foul. That's Lil Will. Shut up. It's a fucking flagrant. He's trying to sell to get the flagrant. They're just talking shit with the next man. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. And you can see this is Lou Will. Lou Will has to get back to his bag. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all of this in the season with Lou Will only averaging like 9 points. What are we doing here? Okay? Look at the defensibility. Okay? You see? Go under. Bruh. Too much. That's too easy, Ibaka. You got to step there and you punch that. Where your lunch at? Come on, now you got to eat. Even on defense. Because it's sweet. What do we do? Okay, kill. Good pass. That's got to go. My goodness. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. You see the penetration. How's Lou Will creating? You need a playmaker or what? To do what? To do what? What are we talking about? My goodness. Everybody with the floater, if you know her. Putting the team on my shoulder. What are we talking about? See? And he's running post up for Kawhi again. So you don't need no playmaker here. Kill him. That's gotta go. Good take, though. I love it. But you don't need no playmaker. Look how the team plays. They don't play with a point guard doing PNR and just all they do. It's sets, back screens, all of that. Mismatch, everything. I didn't call no foul there. You know, Randall was trying to draw it. What we doing here? Kill him. Mismatch. Hey, that's no foul. God damn. Robinson is Robinson. And then, bro, how you just gonna kill the man? They call no foul. Come on, ref. Bro, like, come on now. You just grabbed his whole body. God Bruh. God damn, yo. Mitchell said he knows the official. Get away with that. Come on, now what we doing here? You see what I mean? ISO, I might go. Psycho. You don't need no point guard playmaking. You don't need none of that. Just willingness, passing, great pace in space, and you're good to go with the sets. You got to pay attention to what's going on here. And they called a travel on Kawhi there? Where? You can see him. He's like, God damn, man. What happened? Like, what are you talking about? You can't hear him with the mask on. My goodness. What are we talking about here? Bruh. What we doing? Good pass, bruh. See what I'm saying? My goodness, they ain't playing. That's why they have a #1 3-point field goal percentage in the league. Spacing. Look right here. You can see. You see Reggie Jackson tells Kawhi, go to the post. He directs him. That's IQ. Go to the post. It's all you. It's your world. Kill him. That's Gilligan's Island. And they double. It's trouble. One more. My goodness. Patterson, go ahead and splatter then. My goodness, man. I told y'all, playmaking by being a threat. That's what this league comes down to. Not no this pure playmaker shit. What we doing here? Kill him. Kill him. You gotta use backboard, Kawhi. You know why? Because it's easier. Get the bounce, boy. My goodness. See? Easy. And then look, see? Blow by. He almost dropped more. Oh my God, Mitchell. Take that, Bach. He almost killed Mitchell, made him sit down. But you see the spacing. Yeah, baby. And you can see Mitchell. He knows I got embarrassed. He's like, God damn. I ran at him. Shaking his head because he knows he almost dropped. My goodness, out his socks. Bruh, good hit. I mean, you already know, man. Huh? But the Ibaka creating space, man, and that's why a lot of this offense is unlocked like this. Good drop off, Rando. My goodness, good punch that. Where your lunch at? What are we talking about? But that's what I'm saying, man. Look, see, Kawhi's bringing up the ball again. Reggie Jackson's off in the corner, coming off the screen. You know what I'm saying? And then look, right here, the down screen, back screen for PG. You know what I'm saying? And then look right here. Like I told you, Ibaka creates the whole new offense. Look right here. ISO, I might go cycle for PG, but Robinson's in the paint because Ibaka could actually shoot. It's not an inside big that's just sitting there. And then look, you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to everything and commit. You have to. And if not, you better quit. I'm that dude. Come on now. Come on now. It's easy. What are we doing? Great defense. Good switchability. Good defense right there. Good defense. And in this league, it's hard to play full defense for 24 seconds with all the ability that's around the league. Look at the switchability. Look at the defense. Good block, boy. My goodness. We out. Push. See me? See? Good. Ooh. Good move, Reggie. See, they got to pay attention to that. Nope, too much space. What we doing? Good pull up. Boom. You see what I'm saying? PG's able to get a pull up. Why? Because Ibaka pops and now 2 is on him. Mitchell has to drop. Even then, he could throw it back and Ibaka's wide open. There's too much ability. Too much ability just from Ibaka component. Let's go. What are we doing here? You see? Bruh, switchability. Randall on him. Great defense. Good switching. Great contact. Good switching. Look at the defense, bruh. Boom. See? And then they hit a 3 late in the clock. And it won't tell you that mans are playing good defense. They won't tell you that. The whole league in general has upped their level of production and play and skill. So it's hard to just stop people 100%. It's hard. Even when you can test, mans can hit it. Off cue. But you see PG pop in. There's so many things they can run because of the Ibaka threat. Look at how their offense moves. They're just fluid. Fluidity. What we doing here? And he's like, I don't like that. Come back. Set the screen. See Ibaka pop in. And even take it in how many options they had right there. Just because Ibaka popped. Just because Ibaka can pop. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You got to pay attention to what's going on here. You don't need no playmaker. I told y'all. It might be a bonus, but you don't need it. My goodness. Why you got to jump Ibaka? But Rando's been hitting 3s. So he's got to close out. And open unlocks multiple things. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. The whole league has higher ability. Higher ability. What we doing? Put it in the post. Low key to triangle right here. What we doing? And they clear out. Show me something. You see? Skip past. Easy money. Oh, pump fake. Bruh. Everything is predicated. That's still playmaking. That's an assist for Kawhi. For what? Just because he got doubled. It's the threat that leads to pass it. You can't just pass and think it's gonna work. You have to have a threat at some point. Look at the steal. You know the deal. Push it. Bro, that looked ugly, but he was fouled. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to teach y'all, man? This whole playmaking stuff is cap for this team. It's cap. They have so many guys who could just ISO and they play through that. And through the sets, through the ability. Kill him. Break his chest. My God. You killing me. Oh, run that back. Run that back. Look at right here. You see right here when you post and when you go to work on the block, break his chest. Right when you break his chest, you spin. And that, look at the space. Look how he broke RJ's chest. And RJ's not a small guy. Look at the space you created off the spin, off the fade now. Because you broke his chest, he went back and you went back. So look at the gap. My goodness, this splash. You know that. Come on now. Why not? Please don't try. Stop, boy. What we doing here? Switchability. I like how they're switching. Don't just listen to, oh my God, they're playing no defense. They're switching. Mans are going to make shots in this league, man. Look at it. Switchability. Good gap. Recover. Personnel. He's not shooting from that far. Okay, what we doing here? Great defense. Good contest. And it don't matter. See what I mean? The ability the Mans can do? This whole league is different. Don't get finessed by media. They play no defense. No, bands are scoring regardless. What we doing? Good pass. That's gotta go. Great pass. See how he's playmaking off the double, off the threat. Look at this. You don't need to run. What would a playmaker come do in this type of offense? Look what they're doing. ISO for Kawhi. Oh, try to get it there. You got to shield better, Kawhi. That's not there. And then what do? Now, see, push him out. And then now you set the screen. What is a playmaker coming to do here? Look at this. And then right here, the Ibaka threat ability. Mitchell drops again. Has to pay attention to what's going on because it looks like he's beat. And then look, now Mitchell dropped. Now Payton has to play too. And now Reggie Jackson's open. You need a playmaker to do that? No, it's because Ibaka's threat creates opportunities. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. Even with point whatever on the clock, you can still get a take when you have so much pace and space. That's what it comes down to, ability. Come on now. And what we doing here? You see right here how they switched? You see they switched. Patterson is on him and you can see Reggie's on Mitchell. Obviously that could be a mismatch, but look right here. He's with the crossover and right here you see Reggie's going to get beat backdoor and just switch ASAP with Ibaka. You see how you switch off the ball? No communicate, no nothing. It's just so easy and then you get a lesser mismatch. That's how you play defense. And it looks like they're not playing defense in the stats because they might score, but no, you play defense. Look at it. Switchability. Great switchability. Now you got to take a tough shot. What are we doing here? Bruh. And it still was an open look. And if you got that bucket, it'll say no defense. Don't listen to media, man. You got to pay attention to the game. That's why I'm here with an IQ, because that's what I do. You see what I mean? Everybody could shoot on the floor. What are we doing here? So that screen. Kill him. Good hezzy. Kill him. Mismatch now. Now you have a mismatch and his gift wrap. Nope. They have to help off everything because the Ibaka cut. What are we doing? Pass it out again. They got to drop. That's got to go. My goodness. I told y'all. They have to pay attention to so many weapons that now playmaking is off of that. And that's another assist. You don't need a pure playmaker with this offense. Pay attention. And then Kawhi in the post. Look at it. They got to recover. Look, drop back. Ibaka can shoot. Every man can shoot. Boom. Look, the fact that Kennard was in the paint. He was the only man in the paint. And everyone's on the perimeter.
Pass, boy.
And everybody's on the perimeter. Pay attention, man. Ibaka moving like he gotcha. You don't need no pair. Good take, Payton. I'm Payton. A picture in the paint. In. Come on now. What are we doing here? Kill him. Good pop. Bruh. Reggie. My God, with the left hand. Look at him. He said, I got the left hand. Like I'm the best, man. My goodness, to the left. That boy went to the left. What are we doing here? Good switchability. Good defense. Switch back. You see what they did? Switch him off of him. Kennard. Good cutoff. My goodness. Great block, Patterson. Go ahead and splat the ball then, man. What are we doing? Push. What are we doing here? Where Kawhi? God damn, Kawhi. Bruh, come on now. Get your foot moving. Get your foot moving. Lift those feet. Lift. High knees, high knees, high knees.
I feel like I'm 25 today. I'm on for the next 3.
Let him know, Reggie. You got your legs back. I think I got my swagger back. Kill him, Kawhi. You know why? Oh, my goodness, bully. That boy is fully a strong man. Oh, my, break his chest. Hey, my God, and Barrett isn't no small guy. push him. That's a body. Drop him off at the lobby. Where's the bag though? It's a duffel. Oh my God. The bag full. My goodness, boy. Bro, that's what elite looks like, man. I'm trying to show you. What are we doing here? Okay, good pass. Swing. Kill him. Kill him. What are we doing? Kill him. Oh my God. Bro, you don't need no playmaker. That's a playmaker. My God, bro. But the hezzy, bro, how many sequences? My God, that boy. Sequence this, man. Kawhi not. Please don't try. Stop, boy. What we talking about? What we doing? Good pass. That's gotta go. My God, Randall said you can handle. Look how Mez are splashing threes, man, and they say it's no defense. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all something. This NBA is different, and even right now, the percentage is actually reckless. What are we doing? My God. On cue, you know what the Dons do? Luke. Said when I shoot, it's not fluke. Come on now. My goodness, what are we doing here? Okay, T-Man. Get in your bag. Step back. Oh, good pass. Relocate. Hey, my goodness. Man. Said when I jam, I'm the man. Bro, what are we doing here? 10 to quarter. My God. You almost made that. And that's game, boy. No one at 10, no. We don't even need to, look at the fourth quarter or whatever. It was just, 1-2, couple pull-up jump shots and whatever. And the same story just kept happening. They comfortably kept the lead. It wasn't in no threat. It was the same thing, right? So basically what I was trying to show was, I was trying to show context. Like I've been trying to tell y'all from time, like this whole playmaker stuff is actually cap. If you actually pay attention to what's going on with the game, I know obviously because you see Pat Bev's at the starting PG or whatever, it's, oh my God, they have no playmaking. You have to understand how the team moves, right? You have to have context in how this team moves. This team, they're implemented more of the triangle. There's a lot of back screens and a lot of ISOs for Kawhi and PG. Their usage rate is high. Not only that, you have the Ibaka factor, right? The Ibaka factor now makes this team be able to run multiple things. So you having a playmaker, maybe last year it might make more sense them needing a playmaker and having that. But even then, I still don't agree. But even if you wanted to say that, it might make more sense when they had a set, steady type of limited offense because they had two bigs that couldn't shoot, that were in at all times. So when you have that limited offense, you're going to do more pick and roll so those bigs could actually be useful instead of standing on the block. Because if they stand on the block and then you're having post-ups for Kawhi and ISOs for Kawhi, someone could help, which is why Kawhi didn't go to the paint as often. Even when he would try to go to the paint, that's why you see him force pick up, hold the dribble. And when he's holding the ball, he can't really pass to someone that's wide open because they're not rotating OD or forcing you to rotate a lot because you have one guy who's canceled, which is the big man. That's why you notice they run a lot of more pick and roll heavy and off-ball screens more heavy when they have Zubats in the game. You know what I'm saying? They still do the same type of similar things with Ibaka in the game, but Ibaka is rarely rolling off his picks. He's popping and creating more space. That's why you could even have Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard is a guy who's in the paint by himself. Why is that able to happen? Because everyone could shoot on the floor, even with Patterson in at the 4. You know what I'm saying? Everyone could shoot, so there's spacing. Ibaka doesn't really go to the paint like that. Only situational for offensive rebound or whatever here and there. But he literally, his popping ability creates so much room for PG at the high post, low post, going into the paint. You know what I'm saying? And then even for Kawhi. And that's why they don't have to just only shoot middies and threes. That's why their efficiency is way higher. There's a reason for that. That's why the assists per game is way higher. That's why the 3-point percentage, they lead the league in 3-point percentage. This is against the Knicks, who is a great defending 3-point shooting, they defended 3-point shooting well. Opponent 3-point percentage and all of that is number 1 for the Knicks in the league. And they still had how many threes? They shot 50%. How many threes did they have? Let's actually go check how many threes these men had. Like, you guys have to understand, like, that's what I'm saying. You have to understand the game and what's transpiring. Don't just read stats. Don't just watch the game without, that kind of eye. It's hard to actually, just understand the game like that, because if you don't have that eye for it, it's going to be hard for you to notice it real time, which is okay. That's why you come here for that IQ. That's what I do. But look, they shot 17 for 38 from 3. They shot 45% from the 3-point line. Like, you understand, like, that's great for an individual. 45% is top tier for an individual. Like, they say 50, 40, 90, which means 40% is actually elite from 3. for an individual player. These men shot 45 as a team. As a team. How many different mans are shooting? Like, do you understand how elite that is? Right now, they shoot 41% from three. They lead the league, 41% from three. As a team. That's more than guys individually. Beal, that you see is a great shooter, shoots only 36 or something like that right now. Curry right now is only shooting 40, which is elite. They shoot better than Curry as a team right now. Like, just take that in. And I told y'all that the Ibaka factor is going to unlock this team offensively. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all, that don't let media, like, I understand media has objectives. I understand, like, they don't, just because they talk on the game don't mean you know the game. It's just a man at the end of the day sitting there talking. What they say isn't law. You know what I'm saying? What I say isn't law. But what the law is actual context, and what the game is. The game will show you the truth and the law. So you don't need to, it's not just, oh, I'm saying I'm the only guy with IQ or whatever. No. If you think I have no IQ, okay, that's good for you. But you'll see who is right more often. When they show you something, do you see what is transpiring? The eye test, what is this telling you more often? That will tell you the truth. And then based off of that, you now can decipher who is cap and who is truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to bring. That's where my passion comes from, because obviously I love this game for the ins and outs with this game. The artist, the ability, all of that type of stuff. And at the end of the day, when you love the game to that end, I breathe, eat, and sleep basketball. I don't cap. Certain things, yes, it's true, but it's only to a certain perspective or a certain extent. Because if you actually watch the game and understand the game, you'll know why this is happening, and why this is happening is chain reaction. So if you say this is the reason, that's cap. It cancels it out, because it's only happening because this and this. So now if you carry this and this, that full statement you said won't be happening no more. So that's real deep level context and deep level thinking and IQ of this game that a lot of people don't have, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But at the end of the day, like I told y'all, this playmaker shit that people are talking about, they need a playmaker, they need Lonzo, they need this. And it's a bunch of nonsense. If you actually understand how this team runs, it's the same thing like I told y'all with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, with the Pippen and Jordan Bulls. They didn't have playmaking point guards. You had Scott who could play make, right? But he still would try and score, but he could play make. You know what I'm saying? And then that was enough. How your team plays. If you're running a triangle, it's not pick and roll and a point guard just killing, penetrating, kicking, and just doing like he's Nash. No. That's not the offense they're using. If you're in a predicated pick and roll offense, then having a playmaker might work. Like LeBron or whatever. And even LeBron scores first and play make second. Just because he has how many assists? He only averaged 7 assists for his career. Okay? He had one season averaging 10 or more assists. Does not mean he's not a great passer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying having a playmaker and having a great passer are two different things. Or having a willing passer are two different. Like, there's levels to the breakdown of these statements. A playmaker means that's all you really do. You actually do that first, everything else. That's like a Stockton. That's like a J Kidd. That's like what you see with Lonzo being a pure playmaker. That's like Rubio, even Rondo to a certain extent. Like, those are pure playmakers. Even CP3 is not a pure playmaker. He could score and he could play make. He could do both. A pure playmaker, scoring is like, god damn, bro. Like, getting over 20 is like a great game for them. That, you know what I'm saying? That's when you're like, okay, you need that pure playmaker. You need a playmaker. Like, that's not what this team is. And even then, forget even pure playmaker, just a playmaker in general. That's only needed depending on the sets your team runs. This team runs a lot of actions for Kawhi and PG to eat. They wouldn't be able to eat the way they're eating if, let's say, a Derrick Rose or someone was inserted and they were ball handling and they had the ball handling duties. Those guys wouldn't be able to eat and thrive at that point. And now if you want them to thrive, Derrick Rose is going to be spotting up more like you see him with PG or see him with like Reggie Jackson and Lou Will and Pat Bev. He's going to be spotting up more, and then he'll play make when he gets it here and there. Even then, are you going to trade really for that? What's the difference between that and what you're doing now? It's the same shit. And that's what I try to tell people, is actually cap what you need to do and what they started to do. That's what they're doing this season. That's why they're the best team in the league right now. And their offense, their threes, everything is at a high level. The Nets are obviously better than them in terms of potent offense, but the 3-point shooting, they're number one right now. The reason why that's able, like I said, Ibaka factor, the Ibaka being able to space the floor creates more movement, creates more ability. So now when you're actually like, this is deep level, okay? this is what I'm about to explain is deep level. So when you have scores, right? And the issue isn't the fact that, they had scores before. No, that's not the issue. The issue was the Trez and Zubats combination. When you have two, you have to be elite supreme scores. Like, for instance, even right now, if you look at the Nets, that's why their Nets offense is potent. That's why you can see them. Like, right now, the Nets, before I get into what I'm explaining, the Nets, the Lakers, even the Lakers too, like from last year or even this year when you want to look at it, you have to have a component to be able to do multiple things. Contrast, right? In play styles. You want to go one play style where the big can only pick and roll, right? That's where you have, like they had last year with the Lakers, they had Dwight and they had McGee, right? You have the Nets, they have DeAndre Jordan. You just have a pick and rolling type of big. And it's not going to matter when you have like AD as Arsenal, right? Obviously it hinders sometimes LeBron a little bit, but when you have players like, especially like the Nets, when you have KD, Kawhi, like they have Arsenal. I mean, not KD, Kawhi. You have KD and Kyrie. They have Arsenal. It's not going to matter what type of big they play with. If anything, you can play with any type of big. But then now you have the ability to go small ball. Jeff Green goes at the 5 and they run small ball so they can have he can pick and pop. They have multiple things. It's not clogging, right? And that benefits like Harden and other players. Now, when you look at it from the Lakers, they have AD who will go to the 5 or Morris will go to the 5. Now you could do multiple things. The Clippers last year rarely were able to have a small guy at the 5. And if they did, it'll be JaMychal, but that creates a deficiency with your paint defense. It creates, as much as it creates good offense, it's sussing and canceling on defense the same way, the same rate. So you cancel. As opposed to other teams like the Lakers, when AD is at the 5, yes, you're small ball in terms of what your roster actually is, but AD can rim protect. He can do all of that. So you're not canceling. You're not removing something drastically to improve something else. You're improving something else drastically and keeping the exact same level of defense. That's where those teams go to a higher echelon, because you could do different contrasts of play styles without having a deficiency. And that's where sometimes you can see the Nets struggle with their small ball. That's why with Draymond, when they would do small ball with the Golden State Warriors, it's a more benefit because you're creating potent offense and your defense is still the same. Right? Now, when you look at it from the Clippers, you're creating potent offense and your defense is very similar. When you have Ibaka, you can still rim protect. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always said from the Ibaka, I didn't know, it's like Ibaka coming in, when now I found out he was going to be started and they're going to switch everything. He's not going to do the same way he played in with the Raptors where he's the bench big or whatever. They're going to play him at the starting 5. That's when I'm like, this team is going to be completely different, this Clippers team. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. So now what I'm trying to say, deep level context, is when you look at it from the scorer's perspective, right? When you look at it from Kawhi, PG, stuff like that. When last year when they're playing with Morris, with Trez and they're playing with Zubats, they're playing with clogged lane at all times, right? So when you're playing with a clogged lane at all times, when you haven't got the ball in a minute or it's your turn to like go to work or whatever, you're more reluctant to pass because you're trying to force the issue because it's a struggle. You're scoring, you're in limited ways. Now you finally get it and you're like, okay, you're going into the paint or whatever. And even if you're double team, you're going to more force the issue in those scenarios than be a willing passer. But when you have pace and space and you're in a situation where anytime you get it in ISOs, like now with Kawhi and PG at the mid range or whatever, there's literally, if they try to double, there's no double, right? There's so much space. No one's in your way, no clogging. It's ease. You're scoring with ease that now when they do bring a double and there's so much space, you already have a more willing pass in mind because you're like, what's the point of forcing it when this guy could shoot? I know I'm going to get it again. We're just moving the ball OD now because there's guys could shoot, and that kind of attitude and that kind of willing passing, willing mind to pass now thrives and oozes throughout the whole team, which is why you see Lou Will normally when he goes to the paint, forces up the floater and whatever. He don't even do it all the time. You see him kick into the corners all the time because they have that type of willingness has just transpired through the whole team due to those little things. When you see Kawhi going into the paint, kick it. He's not even forced on double teams like sometimes he would try and go up before. He's not doing that because it's so easy. I'm scoring so much with ease that now when I'm now in a double team situation, my mind not naturally tells me pass because I don't need to force. I'm not trying to be selfish or whatever in those situations. And the teammates know this. They could sense it and it just trickles throughout the whole team. And that's deep level context. That's why I said Ibaka was going to unlock this team to a whole new echelon. Now you're seeing playmaking from Lou Will. You're seeing playmaking from Reggie. You're seeing playmaking from Kawhi, playmaking from PG. Like, you're seeing 3 easy, not even contested shots, open shots. Wide open. Mans are rarely taking pull up or whatever. Only when they get it is a play calls for you to ISO and it's mano a mano. But any slightly help, slightly double kick is just, that's why you're seeing more flow. And it's not just attributed to the fact that Lou Will is the head coach now. I mean, Ty Lue's the head coach now. If Ty Lue was the head coach with the same roster last year, you'll probably see similar offense. It might be a little bit better, but you're going to see similar type of offense from last year. You're seeing a whole new different offense because of the Ibaka factor. And then they'd have more similar offense when Zubac is into what they had last year. But with a willing, you're having the same offense in situations with Zubac with more willing pass in mind that it doesn't look the same. And that's what you're seeing transpire right now. And that's what I want to reiterate to everybody, because they have to understand, like, this team right now offensively is at a whole new echelon. A whole new echelon. Then just to prove that point exactly, you already know I discussed the 3-point field goal percentage. But then look right now. You have two men, like, just take in what I'm about to tell you. You have Kawhi. And they don't, media won't talk about this. Media, they talk about the Nets, they talk about the Lakers, they talk about everybody else. They won't talk about this because they know low key that, yo, this is actually greatness right now that we're seeing. But they're not going to talk about it because right now, again, their whole thing is Clippers are in the basement. They sussed last year. They're going with that narrative. Rightfully so, whatever. But it's a new year. New year, new team, new context. So anyways, now look at this. Kawhi right now is averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, on 51% from the field, 41% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. He's doing 50, 40, 90. When anyone who's doing 50, 40, 90, they celebrate because that's a rare commodity. Not only is he doing 50, 40, 90, Paul George, you're having 2 mans doing 50, 40, 90 on the same team. 2 of your 2 best players. And that's not talked about. That's under the radar. PG averaging 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 50% from the field, 45% from 3, 91% from the free throw line. 2 mans averaging 24 plus on 50, 40, 90. Are you serious right now? And yo, this is just exposes to you. This is why I tell you, you can't get your information from media. Use your IQ and learn the game. Learn the game. Learn the game, and that's what the whole motto is. Learn the game, use the eye test, and understand what's going on, and you'll know basketball to its fullest extent, because the media and casual fans and all that type of stuff and Instagram and whatever and just all these highlights, like you're gonna be brainwashed and be conditioned to think a certain thing if that's all you look for or all you pay attention to. If you actually watch these games and go to the right specific channels, because not everybody is like that. But if you follow the right people, you follow your boy, you know what I'm saying? You get that IQ, that's what I do. And I'm going to be doing more breakdowns to show you and break all these myths that man say. You know what I'm saying? You'll see what elite looks like. I'm trying to tell you, man, this Clippers team, and you're trying to tell me that this is not a potential ring type of team? That's what you're seeing right now? That's not? They need to adjust. They need a playmaker. The fact that they didn't talk about how could the Clippers be the number 1 team in the whole conference, the whole league, and going on these winning streaks and then not win, and even with COVID, with Paul George and thing out, they still win. And yet, man, still find a way to say, yo, they need a point guard. It's like, are you even watching? Are you actually watching? Because of what? Because of what? One loss or 1-2 situation where they didn't hit? But yet you look at their overall team stats and team statistics, and you see they're leading the league in 3-point percentage. Let me even come look at assists. Hold on real quick, because like a lot of this shit is cap. Let me see this real quick. Let's see assists. They're 14th in assists. Hold on, let's just take that in. They're 14th in assists. The team that people say, oh my God, has playmakers and whatever. The team, well, first of all, they're 14th in assists. The Brooklyn Nets are 4th in the league in assists, and they say they have ball dominant guys. Just look how media lies to you. Media lies to you that the team with all ball dominant, all scorers, ISO scorers, they're 4th in the league in assists, the Brooklyn Nets. The Clippers are 14th. The team that they say, oh my God, LeBron's the best passer and this or whatever. The Lakers are 16th. They're lower than the Clippers in assists. What are you guys taking in what I'm saying to you? What I'm showing you? Like, this is why I try to tell people, don't listen to media narratives. The team that has Ben Simmons, they're 21 in assists. Like, this whole assist thing is cap. The Lakers, aren't they the third best team in the West right now? And they get less assists than the Clippers. The Brooklyn Nets get more assists than all of them. Like, what are we talking about here? And that's why I say, like, you don't just listen to media. Watch the game and understand what's transpiring. A lot of narratives and a lot of things that they be saying is actually hella damn false. Hella false. And I'm here to just debunk that and expose that. That's what I'm here to do. Come for that IQ. That's what I do. So anyways, I appreciate y'all. You already know. We'll have the Raptors video on the last game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you already know. I appreciate y'all. Share, like, and subscribe. It's True Talks. Because True Talks. This is what Elite looks like. I can't wait for the matchup on Tuesday between the Clippers and the Nets, man. I'm also going to be talking about the Nets as well, too. So you just stay tuned. You already know we out here. There's no doubt here. And there's no drought here. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You feel me? And I'm out, man.